Hello everyone, in this tutorial we will create the road network tool that can create variety of number of lane of the road. So we can have the wide road and the narrow road in a single road network. Because in the previous tutorial we only focus on multi lanes and all the roads have the same lane. Go to our project, plugin, we call AI, source, road network tool, public, and we create another file is road spline component .h. Click yes, and another private is road spline component .cpp, and yes. Next we generate Visual Studio project file. Open graphic tutorial.sln. Go to road spline component.h and road spline component. Before, when we create the road actor, we save the spline component directly, but now we create another class is road spline component. So we can store the number of lane of each spline. Pragma once, include core minimal .h, include components, spline component .h, include road spline component dot generated .h. New class road network tool API new road spline component public new spline component. Generated body public view property edit anywhere blueprint read write category road in 32 lanes per direction equal to 2. And this road spline component.cpp include road spline component.h. Save. And then we can build this by pressing Ctrl B. You can close this Visual Studio and then open this graphic tutorial.sln again. So this road spline component will don't have any error after we build. Go to road actor.h and road actor.cpp. We need to include road spline component.h and change this to new road spline component because this spline component need to have this lane per direction for each spline. And go to vehicle, go to road actor, and now we have some error. So we need to change the quad 3 to save the road spline component instead of spline component. Quad 3.h and quad 3.cpp include road spline component.h. And we change this spline component to new road spline components. And all of these function save. Next we go to quad3.cpp and change use spline component to use road spline component. This is use road spline component. This is spline component. We change only this type and save. Next go to road actor.cpp. This add spline component. Change it to new road spline component. So this road actor.h, this function we need to change to new road spline component for all of these functions. Because this we will add to the quad 3. Go to road actor.cpp and change this. Draw all spline debug line. Use Road Spline Component. And we left with this error because we need to find all nodes from this pathfinding component, and our spline component is Road Spline Component. Next, we close this query and Road Spline Component. Go to Road Pathfinding Component.h and .cpp. So we need to include Road Spline Component.h. Save this. Find all node. We change all these use spline component to Road Spline Component. And go to .cpp. Do the same to the header. Use Road Spline Component. And this for use Road Spline Component. And go to this error. Find spline contain nodes. We return use Road Spline Component. This array. Find nearest spline component. We use this Road Spline Component and nearest spline equal null pointer, and this for loop. Draw spline and box debug. This debug draw splines in area. And spline connected. This find spline in line area. And we fix all of this error. You can close this. Go to Road Network Tool, Line Tool, .h and .cpp. In our Road Network Tool setting, we want to adjust to create the Road Spline component, not Spline component. So include Road Spline Component .h to this current spline component, change this type to new road spline component. And go to .cpp. This initialize spline actor. Before, if spline actor road width not equal to 0. But now this we will delete this road width in our road actor. So we only calculate lane width. Change this to lane width. And this property, we don't need to set it. Create spline. Instead of create U spline component, we create U road spline component. And after we create a spline component, we set the current spline component to null. After that, we apply the property. We this debug width, we can set to lane width. And if current spline component is valid, current spline component, we set the lanes per direction of current spline component we get from the property of the road network tool setting. Per direction. This property with IES and save this. Now when we create this road network tool line tool, we create the road spline component and we set this lane per direction variable of each spline. We try build this, press Ctrl B to see the error that connect to this logic. And we get a lot of error from this spline utilities. So double click on it. We can find the location of the error. We change this to Road Spline component. The same with this array. Road Spline component. And landscape deformation, we have the error at this near spline, Road Spline Component. And we can convert this back to U-spline component because this Road Spline component inherit from spline component. U-spline component near spline components, and we get from near spline. And we change this array to near spline component, so we have this type U-spline component. Save this. Road network tool, line tool. We generate and add adjust road mesh. This is road actor get spline components, and we don't use this function. Instead, we did this reference cons, and we use road actor spline components. And this adjust spline points to road is the spline component. And this road width, change it to lane width. Next is road network tool curve tool. We change this curve tool. Go to road network tool curve tool.h. Scroll down. Add spline point at location. Change this to U road spline component. Copy this. And the same with this. Selected spline is U road spline component. Now pointer. Find the error on click press. Nearest spline. We change this to Road Spline component, and this debug width we can multiply it by 3 because our road have maximum of 3 lanes per direction. Scroll down. This change to Road Spline component. And save this. We can build again, Control B, to get rid some of the error. And road mesh generator .cpp. This road width, we stop using it, so delete it. We will generate, before we have the road width for one entire road network, but now we need to use per line component road width. So we need array use spline component spline component, road actor, spline component, and this input is spline components. So it have the same type, use spline component as this function. Delete road actor. Scroll down to the error. This is the same as the previous function. Delete this. And we create key array. Use spline component pointer and spline components. Road actor. Get the spline component. And we use this spline component. Save. Next is road network tool customization. And we have this error, selected road actor. For this, we need to delete this. Selected road actor. Spline components. And save. Next, we build the project. And we successfully build it. Next, we run this project. You can delete this previous road network and road network tool. Let's create the road network. This is length per direction is 1. Change this to 2. And change to 3. To selected. And let's see our spline component. This is the road spline component. And if we click on this road spline component, we have this lane per direction. This is 3 lane per direction. And this spline is 1 lane. But this road network tool, line creation tool, we don't have the correct width of the road. So we need to improve it. And we save all and close. Go to roadactor.cpp. This debug width, we can change the default value to 350. Go to road network tool, line tool, customization. This lanes per direction, we can delete this lanes per direction of the road actor. Go to road actor.cpp. Road actor.h. We find draw debug function, draw debug road width. Go to definition. And this we can change to use road spline component. And each spline component we can get the lane width in this location. We multiply with lanes per direction. Save and run this. And if we go to road network tool, we can see that if we have 3 lanes per direction, we have larger width of the road. This is only 1 lane per direction. So it displays the debug correctly. And close this. And close Visual Studio project. I will put the link in the description below so you can download this project file. This spline point utility.h, copy. Go to plugin. We call AI source. Road network tool, public, and replace this spline point utility. Next is spline point utility.cpp. Copy and go to private and replace it. And next we generate Visual Studio project file again. And go to open traffic tutorial.sln. Go to road mesh generator.h and road mesh generator.cpp. We need to improve this road mesh generator because before we use this to generate the road network that have the same width, but now we have different width, so we need to improve it. Let's include road spline component.h, and in this spline data we need some more data. Array and vector nearest width point. Array and vector original left points. Array and vector original right point. And this set road mesh material and collision, we need to improve it. Delete this road actor and add the input is lanes per direction 420 for the default value. And this merge non-intersection points into map. This road width we change it to a road actor. Save this. Go to road mesh generator.cpp and we can see some error. First, we change this function set road mesh material and collision. We set the same input as this function. And this road actor, delete it, only use lane per direction. And merge non-intersection point into map. This input, copy, and paste it. Use road spline component. Road spline component. Wall has new road spline component. From the spline component. And this road width, we use road actor lane width multiply with road spline component length per direction multiply by 2. So to get the entire road width, we need to get the lane width multiplied with lane per direction, and we have 2 directions, so multiply by 2. Merge non-intersection point into map. Go to generate road mesh function. And after we order points clockwise, we can do remove furthest collinear points to prevent the incorrect connection of the point in the intersection mesh. Intersection node, intersection point as the center, and intersection points. This road mesh material and collision, set it to true and 0. This is road actor, not road width. In this for loop, we use road spline component. And this road width, the same as before. Copy this road actor lane width. This smooth path point Z. Change it to this. And this is spline component. And set road mesh material and collision. Fall. Spline component. Lane per direction. Let's save this. Next is this road mesh material and collision. True and 0. Merge non-intersection point into map. This is road actor. This is new road spline component. And this lane width multiply with spline component length per direction multiply by 2. Okay. Paste. And this is fall intersection material, and we set spline component lane per direction. We change this function because before we use lane per direction from the entire road. Now we use from the spline component. And we do the for loop of each spline component of the road actor. Go to the function. Find intersection point from node. To definition. This for loop. We cast to road spline component. Cast new road spline component. From spline component. And this spline component and this spline point, we will extend this from the spline. So we have two. First is original spline point and the second is the extended one. Here a vector original spline points equal we copy this. This is the original, and another one is get extended line points with distance. And we offset it. And this is 100. Distance between points. Extend distance. We get road actor. Lane width multiply with road spline component. Length per direction divide by 2. And save this. And we do the offset of the spline points. Instead of road width, we use lane width multiply with road spline component lanes per direction multiply by 2. And we can copy this offset, the width, copy, paste it, and we offset the original spline points. And we save it to spline data with original left points and original right points. Save this. And we check the intersection. We need to add this check intersection. Line A, left points with spline B, nearest with points. Line A, left intersections. And we copy this. Line A, right point with line B, nearest with points. And the result to spline A, right intersection. And we already improved this road mesh generator to spline road. CPP. And we can remove this asyntax from this. We just use the simple for loop. So this error caused by we set this default value in the CPP file, so delete equals 0. Save all, close this project, delete.vs binary intermediate, save, and we generate this Visual Studio project file. Open this Visual Studio, go to road mesh generator.h and .cpp. This process spline side point. We forget to change this left point to original left points and original right points. We need to find nearest with point, line point, utility, find nearest with points, line data, left points, line data dot write point intersection node dot intersection point and spline data dot nearest bit points. Save this and run. To road network tool, and we create a few more road network. And let's create. Now we have the correct road mesh for the road that have different width. Go to vehicle AI component base.h and go to road network. We need to add variable. Now we need to get the nearest line component of the road to our vehicle. So create view property, edit anywhere, loop print, read write, category equal components, view road line component, pointer road spline components, and copy this view property in current lanes per direction. And we add another view property before next intersection is after previous intersection. And this current lane, we change this name to current lane action. Set it to 0. Go to vehicle AI component base.cpp and set this tick to false. And road actor.h. We add another function, view road line component, find current line component. We find it from the road network. So const vector and reference previous intersection and next intersection. This is the reference Next intersection. Copy it. We can go to refine path and add this function about it. A road actor class. And we return use pathfinding component. Find nearest line component. We use previous intersection location, add with next intersection, divide it by 2. And we go to, we call AI component base. This update spline data. We need to update the road spline component variable. If road network is valid, road spline component equal to road network find current spline component with previous intersection and next intersection. And if we have the road spline component, we set it to current length per direction. So we need the length of the spline component. Road spline component length per direction. Save it. And we can delete this set were rotation. We remove it. This speed trace along spline path. I want to calculate the value. I want to calculate the location and rotation of the speed trace using parallel for into an array and then apply this value to the speed trace. So it is more optimized. To do this, we can download this project file. I will put the link in the description. So open it and find this function. This capture collision along spline path, and we can copy this. And we can close. Paste here. Save. So we use this parallel for, and we have the capsule location, rotation, and capsule size, and then apply this to the capsule component array. Go to this function, get next intersection info. Go to definition. And this is the previous intersection. We move it to this location, previous intersection, and this next intersection to find used to find this road spline component. So we can delete this previous location as the local variable. Let's save. Let's build this project. Control B. We have some error in this in lane switching system. So go to lane switching system. Because we change the variable name, this is current lane. We change it to current lane action. And this road width, we need to use lane width multiply with owner we call current lanes per direction and multiply with 2, multiply with 1.5, and we can copy this current lane action equal to 1, and this current lane action equal to -1. And this road width, change it to this lane width multiply with current lane per direction. And this is target lane, we change to target lane action. And this is current lane action. Target lane action equal to -1. And this is equal to 1. And this target lane action equal to 0. Current lane action. This is target lane action. And target lane action equal to 0. Current lane action not equal to target lane action. And this float lane change distance, we change this multiply by 4 and save this and run it. Sorry that I made a mistake here. This capture collision along spline path, I placed it the wrong location. So we can go to vehicle AI component base.cpp from the download project file. And we copy this function capture collision along spline path and this speed trace along spline path. Copy replace this and save. Next, we run this project file. And we can create the road network. And we can create, save. Let's play. Our vehicle AI component have the error, and this current lane, we change it to current lane action. Compile. Go to traffic nature and set this number vehicle to 0 and add a vehicle 6 and place at this location. Play. And now we can set the location. It is working. Go to vehicle AI component. Event graph. And move this down a little bit. In this sequence, we want to debug the spline component that we find it in the road network. Road spline component is valid. Get location, get distance along spline, and this is world location. Copy this and get spline length. This is the distance. Add z is 10 and another one is 10. Next is draw debug line. This line is orange. Duration can set to 0. Thickness is 100. This is the start line and end line. Draw debug when it's valid. We can play this. Now we can see this current spline component, road spline component in the road network. When we have this spline component from the road network, we can find the number of lane of this road, the current road. So we can find the width of this road, current road. and we can delete this after we debug it. Remove this pin and save, and we close this project. Go to road actor.h and we delete this road width and lines per direction. Delete it. Find path road network with lanes, and this current lane we change to current lane action. Offset spline points. This we add another input is Road Spline Component and Spline Component. So we want to correctly offset depending on the spline width or spline number of spline lane. So we don't offset out of the road mesh. Go to roadactor.cpp. Go to find, add, definition, current lane action, and this road width. This is current lane action, lane width multiply with 2.0. This refine path with spline point. We change this U spline component to U road spline component, and we add spline component to this offset. And this is current lane action. And this is current lane action. Input. Roll down. Offset spline points. New road spline component. Spline component. And current lane action. In current lane action equal to -1, and current lane equal fmat max 1 line component lanes per direction. and if current lane action equal to 0, current lane equal this fmat make is 1, and this value we round it, fmat round to in. Static has to float is lane per direction. We add it with 1 and divide by 2. So sometimes it can have the decimal number. So we round it to the integer. If current lane action equal to 1, current lane equal to 1. L current lane equal to 1. So if this current lane action is 0, it is the center lane. So we use the lane per direction, add with 1, divide by 2, we get the center. And the left lane is 1. And the left lane is the number of lane of the spline component. But we make sure it don't offset outside the road width. And this is spline component lane per direction. Fmat makes 0. And copy this. Save. Go to yielding system cpp, and we have some error. This error, we don't have this road width anymore, so we need to calculate from lane width. Lane width multiply with owner vehicle current lane per direction multiply by 2. Okay, this. and this road width we multiply by 2 and divide by 1.5. This result we call yielding status. We change this road width and then this yielding distance. Lane width multiplied with current lane per direction, and this we multiply by 2 and divide by 2.5. This one we need to multiply with 2.5 again. So this is the width of the road, and we need 2.5 times of this width. And run this project. Let's play this. We have the error in vehicle AI component. Need to connect to current lane action. Out and save. And we have some more error in BP traffic manager. We have this. Before we have this road width, but now we need to calculate it. This one, instead of using road width, we can use grid gap. Multiply by 5. Path. And we get lane width divided by -4. And we change this spline component to road spline component. Click reference, variable type. This road actor get lane width, get spline component, get lanes per direction, and multiply this by 3. Copy this. And paste this here. 3 is the total of lane per direction that we can set the maximum. Next is this road width, and we change this to road spline component. Click reference, variable, paste it here. and compile. Display. And it is working. We can delete this. Go to traffic manager and set to 30 vehicle. To spawn 30 vehicle. Save. Add a few more spline here that connect to another spline. Create. Let's play. We will get infinite loop detect because this location, when the vehicle use pathfinding forward, it didn't find the location, it didn't find the path to the target location, so it's stuck with this loop. We need to solve this. So open vehicle AI component, and this happen in the infinite loop happen here. We find path road network with length, and we find it with forward path, and it can find the path, it get the infinite loop. So this length, this local variable at variable is local path points, return an array. Set this to path. Disconnect this and move this down. Here we create a sequence. Get local path points and move this merge close point. Next this sequence, and we check if this result we don't get the local path points length less or equal to 0, less or equal to 1, less or equal to 1. Create a branch. If it's true, we copy this again. But this forward path, instead we use any direction pathfinding. So set it to false. We set to this variable to call path points and path node location. We can comment on this. Let's see if pathfinding with a forward direction fail. Attempt pathfinding in any direction instead. And compile and save. We play test. And now we don't have this error infinite loop. Next, we go to BP Traffic Manager, open graph, and we set flight count, we set scalability, set scalability quality relative to max, and we can adjust the render of this material. We can adjust the quality of the level to 2. We comment on this so we don't forget. Scalability, render quality. We have spawned many vehicles, so it can affect our frame rate. Even arrive at destination, we promote these two variables. We call actor, and this is we call actor. Get this. Go to random location on road function, and we want to spawn the vehicle on different lane of the road randomly. So add another variable. Local variable is random lanes index. This is integer. And we set this random lane index by getting the random integer in range. Min is 0. And this spline component, we get lanes per direction, subtract it with 1, start from 0 to this lane, and this is the offset. We get lane width divided by 2, add it with this random lane index, multiply with this lane width, and add, multiply by -1. To this multiply. And we comment on this. See, random lane offset. Save. And we try run this. Now we spawn the vehicle at different lane. Sometimes the inner lane, sometimes the outer, sometimes the middle lane. Go to vehicle AI component, open graph, and this final target arrival. we have vehicle mode equal to follow player, and we check this, but we don't have this mode, so delete it. We connect this is grid gap. Next is line trace for surface. Line trace, search for line trace for road actor, and when we cast this road actor is false, we need to get vehicle actor, get component by class, we call AI component, get road network, and set to road network variable. And it is false. And we want to optimize this, so we don't call this logic every frame. We need to delay it. This sequence called delay for 0.2 seconds, and create a sequence like this. Line trace obstacle, and this we need to delay. It's much less accurate, but it can optimize our system. Delay, and we call a sequence. And connect. And this we don't need to delay it. And remove this pin. And compile and save. So we can delete this road network, and I already create this road network in another project, so we can copy this. You can just use the road network tool to create this road network. And traffic manager, set it to 40. Save this. For the road network that we create before, we need to delete it and recreate it again, because if we run it, it will get the error, because our spline component, we use different spline component. That we change the structure of the road network. And let's play. And we successfully create our road network system that have the wide road and the narrow road with different lanes in the same system. This is the end of this part of our tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please hit like and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for my patrons member who are supporting me. Your support really means a lot to me. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next tutorial.